Help me to reach 2,000 subscribers. The laughter stopped like someone had flipped a switch. Glasses clinked against the hardwood floor as a few people froze mid-sentence. My wife, Claire, stood in the center of the living room, her face pale but steady, her wine glass trembling slightly in her hand. She just said it. In front of everyone. "I've been sleeping with someone in this room." For a second, I thought I'd misheard her. The words seemed to echo and stretch, like sound underwater. Then silence. Absolute suffocating silence. I felt my heartbeat against my ribs, like it was trying to escape. My mouth opened but no sound came out. My best friend, Tyler, glanced around nervously, trying to read the room, while our neighbors exchanged awkward looks. Someone coughed. The tension pressed down on all of us. Claire didn't look at me. She just stood there, her eyes unfocused, as if she'd stepped out of her own body. The party had been going well until then. It was supposed to be a small celebration, our 10th wedding anniversary. In years. We'd invited close friends, co-workers and neighbors, filling the house with a scent of wine, cologne, and faint hints of roasted garlic from the catered food. And then that sentence. I remember the exact moment I realized something was off. A few hours earlier, Claire had been unusually quiet. Not cold but distracted. Her laughter didn't reach her eyes. Every time she passed Tyler, her fingers brushed his arm just a little too long. I noticed it but brushed it off. Tyler had been my best man at our wedding, my closest friend since college. So, when she laughed at one of his jokes, I told myself I was being paranoid. I even poured another drink to drown the thought. Now, staring at her as she dropped that bomb in the middle of our living room, all I could think was, "Please let this be some sick joke." "Claire," I finally said, my voice cracking, "what are you talking about?" Her eyes flicked toward me, then away. "I can't keep pretending, Mark. I'm tired." "Pretending?" My voice rose. "You're tired. You just told everyone you've been cheating, at our anniversary party." The guests shifted uncomfortably. Someone whispered something and headed for the door. I could hear the rustle of jackets and awkward apologies. Tyler hadn't moved. His glass was still half raised, his knuckles white. He wouldn't meet my eyes. I noticed that. After most people left, it was just me, Claire, and Tyler in the room. The silence felt unbearable. The only sound was the low hum of the refrigerator and the ticking clock over the fireplace. "Who is it?" I asked, even though deep down I already knew. Claire's lips trembled. "Mark, I turned to Tyler. "Is it you?" He swallowed hard. "Man, listen, it's not. Answer me." My voice cracked through the air like a whip. His eyes darted toward Claire, then back to me. That tiny glance told me everything. Lunged. The wine bottle in my hand slipped, shattering on the floor. Tyler stumbled back, raising his arms defensively. "Mark, I swear, it wasn't supposed to happen like this." "Like this?" "You've been screwing my wife, Tyler." "How many times?" Claire started crying. "Please stop. I'm sorry, I didn't mean for it to go this far." Her words barely registered. My vision blurred, my chest burned with fury and betrayal. All I could think about were the nights she came home late, saying she'd stayed at the office. The way she'd laughed too easily at his jokes. The small, careless lies I'd ignored. I had built my life around her. Around us. And now, it felt like everything had been a slow, quiet lie. Tyler left, muttering apologies I couldn't hear. Claire sat down on the couch, her face buried in her hands. I stood there, motionless, surrounded by broken glass and the faint smell of spilled wine. When I finally spoke, my voice was calm, almost detached. "How long?" "6 months," she whispered. He nodded. "Did you ever love me?" She looked up, tears streaming down her cheeks. "Yes, I still do." Her words made me sick. "You don't love someone and do this to them." "I was lonely," she said quietly. "You were always working, always tired." Tyler was there, he listened. "I didn't plan it, it just happened." I laughed bitterly. "That's your excuse." "It just happened." She flinched. For a moment I wanted to scream at her, throw something, anything, to make her feel even a fraction of what I felt. But instead I just stared at her. This woman I thought I knew. "You ruined everything," I said softly. Her shoulders shook, but she didn't respond. Later that night, after she went to the guest room, I sat alone in the dark. The house felt haunted by echoes of the evening, the clinking glasses, the forced laughter, the silence that followed her confession. I replayed every memory, every kiss, every lie. It felt like I was sifting through ashes, trying to find something that hadn't already turned to dust. Then I noticed her phone on the coffee table. The screen lit up with a new message. "I shouldn't have come. He'll never forgive us." From Tyler. I picked up the phone and read the message again and again until the words blurred. She hadn't blocked him. She hadn't ended it. This wasn't over for her. Something inside me broke completely. The next morning, the house was silent except for the rain tapping against the windows. Claire walked into the kitchen, her eyes swollen from crying. She opened her mouth to speak, but I held up a hand. "I read your message," I said quietly. She froze. "You were still talking to him." "I was going to end it," she said quickly. "I swear, Mark, I just didn't get the chance." I nodded slowly. "You had 6 months to end it." She opened her mouth again, but I didn't want to hear it. Not anymore. I slid my wedding ring off my finger and placed it on the counter. The metal felt cold against my palm. "Mark, please," she whispered. "Don't leave me." I looked at her one last time. Her face was a mix of regret and desperation, but there was something else there too. Fear. Maybe she finally realized what she'd destroyed. "I already did," I said. Then I walked out the door into the rain, leaving behind the house that used to be my home. The sound of the door closing echoed like a final heartbeat. Behind me, through the open window, I could hear her sobbing. But I didn't turn back. Not this time.